We are a planet of 8 billion souls, each gifted with a unique spark of intellect. Yet, in our quest to organize this brilliance, we have inadvertently built a cage. From the skyscrapers of New York to the tech hubs of Lahore and the studios of Madrid, a silent crisis is unfolding. Your current project management workflow is killing the very productivity it claims to protect. We have mistaken activity for productivity. We have built digital cathedrals of organization, task tracking boards, and rigid checklists that act as a mechanical strangler for the creative mind. Rigid task tracking boards transform creative intuition into a mechanical checklist. This effectively strangles the cognitive flow required for high-level innovation. Creative work is not linear. It is an organic, breathing process. By forcing it into a rigid grid, we prioritize the status update over the mastery of the work. In the universal language of ethics, this is a violation of the trust we hold over our own potential. We are suffocating the flow, that sacred state where time disappears and true excellence begins. To dismantle these linear architectures, we must first change the environment of the mind. We leverage the power of the modern white aesthetic. This is not a design trend, it is a strategic psychological tool. By stripping away visual noise, we harness high-reflectance power to transform our workspaces into cognitive blank slates. Specific light temperatures trigger neuro-arousal, sharpening focus and accelerating the transition into deep work. In the state of Ihsaan, or perfect balance, the brain is no longer fighting distractions. It is free to innovate. Physical clarity is useless if the digital environment remains cluttered. We must dismantle the linear architectures that prioritize status updates over deep work. We must audit the friction points in our current synchronous communication. Every non-essential meeting and every digital ping is a cognitive tax. Research proves it takes the brain 23 minutes to return to deep focus after a single interruption. We must reclaim this mental bandwidth. We must treat the creative mind as a sanctuary, not a public square. There's a universal principle that transcends borders. Ihsaan. It is the pursuit of excellence, not for a manager's approval, but for the sake of the work itself. When we dismantle linear boards, we move away from status culture and toward mastery culture. A rigid board prioritizes done over exceptional. It encourages a checkbox mentality where the goal is to move a ticket rather than solving a problem at its root. To reach the 8 billion, we propose a new ethic, asynchronous excellence. Scene 6, Asynchronous Mastery. We must move toward a system where trust is the primary currency. We set the vision, we curate the stage, and then we step back. We allow the team to work in blocks of deep silence. We replace the synchronous meeting with a thoughtful, long-form document. We value the output over the update. This honors the human spirit and treats people as innovators, not as factory resources. This is how we reclaim the mental bandwidth necessary for true mastery. The era of the mechanical checklist is ending. The world does not need more status updates. It needs solutions. It needs beauty. It needs truth. To the 8 billion, reclaim your focus. Strip away the visual noise of your workspace. Demand a process that respects your biology and your soul. When you dismantle the rigid boards and embrace the flow, you aren't just being more productive, you're becoming more human. Harness the reflectance of your environment. Harness the power of your silence. But where does this journey to mastery lead? It leads to a space of organic growth. We invite you to move from the mechanical desert into our digital garden of channel workflows. This is not a board of deadlines. It is a living ecosystem designed for the modern creator. It is a sanctuary where we have mapped the pathways of flow and the architectures of balance. Visit our digital garden today. Explore the workflows that reclaim your bandwidth. Join a global community of masters who are choosing depth over updates. The cage is open. The garden is waiting. It is time to step out of the grid and into the flow. Dismantle the architectures that hold you back. Audit the friction that slows you down. Achieve the mastery you were born to pursue. Let the modern white be your canvas, and your focus be the paint. Reclaim your soul. Reclaim your brilliance. Your path to excellence begins now. See you in the garden.